What's up, church leaders? Welcome to the 101 video on how to make your marketing personal. Making your marketing personal is like a cornerstone of building your plan. Building your plan is steps 3, 4, and 5 of the marketing coordinator process. So you need to keep it in mind as you're thinking about all 3 of those steps. But steps 1, identifying your target market, and 2, perfecting your brand script, play a large role on how effective you will be at making your marketing personal. In your head, wherever you're watching this video, think of the most personal marketing brand or marketing campaign that you can think of. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Think about maybe a commercial that you've seen, maybe something that you've gotten on Facebook as an ad, online, on TV. I don't know. The first one that comes to my mind is the Share a Coke campaign. This is something that Pepsi could never do. I'm from Georgia, so it's a Coke state. But think about what Coke did a couple years back, the Share a Coke campaign. They literally put my name and your name on a Coke bottle. How cool is that? They literally, like that's the most personal thing is using their name. I'm sure you can think of some other examples as well. In marketing, we call this you marketing, Y-O-U marketing. And that is putting the customer at the center of your messaging. We like to use the literal word you as much as we can. One way is that we do that is telling campers that you or your camper will experience a remarkable day camp experience that includes outdoor fun, active play, relationships, all those words that you've heard so many times. Anytime you can use the word you in your marketing, it is a win. Speaking of that, the first 2 steps of the marketing coordinator plan process help you identify the problems and pain points that your audience is facing. You always want to start off any types of communication with the problem that your customer is facing so that they know that you are thinking of them. So that could be looking for summer activities. That could be worried about being there's kids being bored over the summer, worried about how much daycare costs. So by talking about what they're thinking about, you as the church, as the communicator, are keeping them, who we're calling you, sorry, kind of confusing, at the center of their attention. So using you is huge. What's more personal than a name? We've actually given you some marketing assets that will help you focus on keeping you at the center of your communication. One of those is a postcard where you can literally write their name. You could write, Sally Sue, I really would love for you to come to Connect Camps this summer. Karen, I would love for you to sign up your kids to come to Connect Camps this summer. A postcard is a great way that you can just be really, really personal in your own handwriting. Say, hey, I want you to sign up. Here's where you can go. We'll see you at camp this summer. So that's another thing that we've given you. In addition to all of our communication being in that you language, we've also given you some assets that will really help you focus in on making your marketing personal. Another way that you can make marketing personal is by encouraging those in your inner circle, or at least in your sphere of influence at your church, to share. There's nothing better than a personal invite from someone that they already know and trust. And you have so many people involved in your church already. Think of the web that they have, and then think of the web that they know of people that they have. The web is endless. And so one way you can be personal in your marketing is by encouraging those in your church to share and giving them resources to do that. So you'll see in our communication plans that we've already written for you in those campaigns, you'll see that there are some emails that are written to be forwarded for them to forward to someone else. So they might say, hey, we hope you're having a great day. here, we would love for you to forward this to 5 people, and it will be the basic information about camp, where they can just forward it on. Nothing more personal than a personal invite from someone that they know and trust. So what we know is we need to use you language. We need to use their name in our emails, on our handwritten notes, flyers, use their name. We need to encourage sharing. And sometimes to do that, you need to ask for people to invite. One example I love to share is shout out to Miss English Preston in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. She has a group of influential moms that she empowers to share about camp. And she asks them to do a list of things and then rewards them if they do those things for their campers to be at camp, or there's other incentives you can do. And she literally asked them, will you do these 10 things to help make our marketing more personal? So it's not just coming on the email list from the church communications office. It's coming from someone that they already know, look up to, and respect in their community, in addition to all those other things that are coming. So you'll notice these types of things in our pre-written communication plans, but as the church leader or community leader in your local community, you're going to know what works best in your community. So if there are any additional resources that we can provide for you, we'd be happy to do that as you dream up how you're going to make your marketing personal. But these were just some ideas in addition to what you already have to continue to make your marketing personal, because people have the most likely chance of taking action whenever they are prompted or hear about Connect Camps or any product from someone that they already know and trust. Pulling for you guys. Talk soon.